Time now for your weather on the 4s.
Let's check your weather out there with meteorologist Thomas Skiboy. How soon are we going to see that weather changing today?
Well, we're already starting to see the weather changing, especially west of I-15. But as we go throughout the rest of this morning into midday, we'll really start to see those changes along the Wasatch Front as we get our next round of valley rain and mountain snow that's going to be arriving today. We'll also be trending a little bit cooler over the next couple of days, but by Friday and this upcoming weekend, we'll be getting drier skies and also rebounding temperatures, but we'll talk more about that in just a bit. But right now, we are seeing some of that wet weather finding its way into northwestern Utah. Also starting to see a little bit in west central Utah, especially around the I-70 corridor between Beaver and Richfield. And there's also some wet weather in southeastern Nevada that will possibly make its way over into parts of Washington County and into Iron County. But as we time things out for you here in Salt Lake City, definitely starting off on the chilly side with a temperature sitting at 38 degrees, 46 by 8 o'clock this morning, and the chance for wet weather will really begin to ramp up once we get from mid-morning into the early stage of the afternoon. With that valley rain and mountain snow, some of that rain could be heavy at times. So if you have any plans to go outside for lunch, or if you're planning that evening commute already, just make sure that you're probably building in at least a little extra time, and make sure you're also careful out on the roadways. So this round of wet weather being driven by an upper level low pressure, the best chance for wet weather will be in central and in northern Utah, but isolated showers will still be a possibility down south, and snow accumulations mainly look like they're going to be above 6,500 feet. But once you get north of Salt Lake City with this wet weather moving in, if we're able to get enough wet weather, we could find those snow levels possibly dropping to around 6,000 feet, maybe to around 5,500 feet once you make your way up to Ogden. But again, this just depends on how much heavy rainfall we're able to get and see if we can see that switch over. This is going to be a relatively mild system for this time of year, so those snow levels not going to be as low as what they could be for this time of year. As we begin the futurecast, 7 o'clock this morning, isolated shower activity over the next couple of hours, but it becomes a lot more widespread once we make our way towards this afternoon. And the best chance for wet weather really looks like it's going to come from midday, lasting through the early stages of the afternoon, and still keeping a good chance for wet weather into this evening before it becomes a little bit more isolated as we move into tonight. But with that northwesterly flow, there will still be isolated showers likely through the early stages of tomorrow. We also could see some lake enhancement through the early stages of tomorrow. Then tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, looking mostly dry before we could see another round of wet weather, mainly for northern Utah through the early stages of Thursday. But after Thursday, that's when the high pressure starts to take control, and that's when we start to see our weather calm down for this upcoming weekend. With the futurecast rain over the next couple of days, we could get some pretty healthy rain totals out of this as well, with possibly anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch along the Wasatch Front in areas northward, and in isolated locations could pick up even a little bit more than that, depending on how heavy the rainfall is. And down in Cedar City, the rain chance not as high, but still could find at least an isolated shower down to Cedar City and possibly into St. George as well. With the snowfall forecast in the valleys, we're looking at mainly just rain, and in some of the higher benches, a trace to an inch can't be completely ruled out. But if we're able to see any snow on the benches, I'm thinking it's mainly just going to be a little bit of snow on some grassy surfaces. Mountain valleys, 1 to 2 inches of snow, and then the mountains mainly 3 to 6 inches of snow. But isolated pockets could find around 10 inches of snow, just depending on where that heaviest rainfall and snow sets up. With your regional forecast today, a daytime high of 53 degrees in Salt Lake City, 55 degrees in Provo, 54 degrees in Delta, 56 in Cedar City, and 69 degrees in St. George. And speaking of St. George, we'll have that isolated chance, and that's going to be mainly from late morning through the early stages of the afternoon. Then by tonight, mostly dry skies, and we're going to see dry skies for the rest of the week, as daytime highs will kind of be around the 70-degree mark. Along the Wasatch Front, expecting rain for today. AM isolated chance into our Wednesday. Isolated chance once again through the early stages on Thursday. But for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, predominantly dry skies with daytime highs in the middle and possibly into the upper 50s.